Well, Jake, first of all, just tell us when you found out about year number 6, what was it like? Because obviously you didn't know for a while.
Yeah, no, they told me coming in kind of at the end of the season that they thought it was, a pretty good shot. So, we got the application in, got the letters in and all that kind of stuff. And I found out there the first week of January, and so excited to be back.
So talk about being back for a 6th year. What's that like? Because I know, you got to feel thrilled, but what does that mean for you as far as your dedication to this program?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a different point of view because I felt the end. I felt like what it was like to be done, and so to kind of have another go around and another shot at it. There's things that I'm doing differently already in just the first month back, where before I wasn't doing that.
So what are some of those things you're doing differently?
Just trying to really take accountability and not be so much as like just a player where I'm just taking in stuff from the coaches, and I'm trying to, step into a leadership role as much as possible and get the guys going and being involved right now in January and just taking on that role as best I can.
One more thing from me. I was flipping around the Pac-12 network the other day, and they had Oregon State at Colorado, kind of a condensed version of that game. I don't know if you've watched that, but when you think about that day in your career and for this team, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing day. It was a very special day, just in my football career in general, and to be able to do that, for Beaver Nation and with my teammates was something that I'll never forget.
What do you, obviously spring football doesn't start for another month, but what do you want to see out of yourself and out of the team in that month of spring football?
Kind of just to continue on what we're doing right now in terms of just hitting the ground running. I think we need to come out that first day of spring camp and have it, kind of just be piggybacking off of last year. There's not going to be any real hiccups or anything like that, just so we get out there and get the ball rolling.
I think that, a lot of people are going to wonder about, Tristan coming in, and what have they talked to you about how that competition will go, and what's your relationship been like with Tristan?
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a lot of talk in that sense. With the coaches, they haven't sat us down and said, here's how it is. And I think it's just kind of expected, and it kind of is, the situation of competitive college football. They're going to bring the best guys in that they can, and that's what we want. We want the best talent around us. And so I'm excited to have Tristan and Nick Moore and all those guys coming in and competing, because I'm going to make them better, and they're going to make me better at the end of the day.
Towards the end of the season, Jake, you said that if you got the 6th year, it was still something you wanted to think about. Was there much of a thinking process, or when you got it, were you kind of like, I want to be back?
It was a thinking process, I think, just because, like I said, in the mindset, mentally, I had gone through the process. I had my senior day. I'd looked at, every day like it was kind of my last day at Oregon State, and then all of a sudden to be like, well, no, you can have more, and it's like, okay, like let me, take that all in and think about that, and because you're already thinking ahead to the future of what the next step is. So it's kind of putting all that on pause and trying to figure out what the best move for myself in the future and in the present moment was. And I think that having the opportunity to come back to Oregon State was, it just made the most sense.
How excited were your teammates when you let them know that you were coming back for another year?
I mean, I would like to think that they're stoked. I don't know. I talked to some guys, but I can only speak for myself, and I'm really excited to be back, and the camaraderie and the guys that I've talked to since I've been back, I feel like they're excited, and so I'm excited.
Now that you are coming back, how excited are you to get started for spring ball? You itching to get back on the field?
Yeah, always. I mean, I think that these times right now, the winter and the summer training periods are extremely important, for the whole team in terms of getting physically and mentally ready for those camps, spring camp and fall camp and the season. But I mean, I think that we're all ready, just to play football. Y'all want to put the pads on and go play ball.
You talk about physically, being ready. How are you doing now? You've had so many injuries over the last couple of years. How do you feel right now physically?
That's a conversation I've had, with multiple people. This is the best I've felt in recent memory, to be honest. Ever since I've been at Oregon State, I feel strong, I feel healthy, and being in the weight room with Coach Mack is just getting me more and more strong. And yeah, I mean, I'm in the best state of mind and physical state that I've been in a long time.
Being in Jonathan's program for 1 year, obviously, I'm sure you add some more to the offense. But how confident do you feel in this offense?
Yeah, very confident. And, I've said it in a couple interviews before. I mean, this will be the first time that I'm really able to kind of piggyback years in the same system. And I think that's huge for, for anyone, but for a quarterback especially to have that opportunity. And so that also played into, getting to come back for a 6th year is like being able to put 2 years together in the same system to get more confident. And I'm really excited for that.
You got to love the guys you have around you. You got some playmakers
Yeah.
all around.
Yeah.
How exciting is that to get another year with those guys and see those guys develop?
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, we have a lot of talented players around me. You know, the skill position guys are you know, I think some of the best in the country. You know, our wide receiver core and our running backs and tight ends, and so to have those weapons around me was, you know, really something to look forward to when deciding to come back for a 6th year.
Jake, thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.